Hey, welcome back to another episode of building a village sim in Unity. Um, so in the last episode, I ended with some errors with the um, building, and what it was is the interactables. So let's just take a look. Every interactable used to have a reference to the character that was using that interactable. Well, that wasn't really the best way to do it. I really changed it to where the task has a reference to the villager. And so I spent probably about more than an hour trying to fix the problem, figuring out what was going on. But that was kind of the biggest thing. So I had to just rework some of the what the task is being used. Um, so like in our task now, we have a reference to the village controller. We have a we also have its own speed modifier. So every time a worker works on a task, it uses its speed modifier to change this. Then the interactable no longer has a reference the um, to the character controller. I wonder if I'm using this task here. Let me see, find all. Okay, so it does use it here, but I don't. Okay. All right, so it does reference the task. The interactable references the task. So when the interactable is being used, the task, so it creates a task. So if, might need to change this a little bit. So that's that. In the village controller, there's a few things I had to add. When it's moving, if the task it's working on, because let's say someone else completes that task, such as building, then it's going to so if it's not completed, it'll keep walking towards it. If it gets completed, it's going to change its state. In the working, as soon as the task is completed, like if someone else completes it and it was working on it, it would automatically change that. Some of the AI here for getting a building. So when it finds a building, it's going to just when it finds a task, that's a building task. So a little bit different. I now have a list of all the tasks. So if it finds one and it is a build task, then it's going to go and work on it. It's going to add this. It's going to return that build task, and it's going to add its work speed to the modifier. And now every time we create a task, we add the work speed of the villager. So the work speed of the villager is up here. Now I'm going to change this later because we're going to have different modifiers based upon a villager's stat. So it could have a stat called build speed. It could have a stat called gather speed and those things. So let me show it off a little bit. So now if I click here to gather or to chop those down, gather those, add the blueprint. The AI still kind of does some strange things where um, you could see it did it pretty quick because both of them were working on it. If I click here, he's going to take that. I'm going to have him go do something else. He does some kind of so he's chopping those down. He's now building this. I need an animation to show that building, but you see it's taking a little bit longer. He's coming to help him, but it got done, so he stopped. So they're now all idle because there's no task for them to do. Build another building here. I have an error up here, or not an error, but the wood is not correct. It's calculating, sometimes I think it calculates the wood here. It's not removing it. I really need it to where if it's a blueprint, it doesn't, and it's added resources to the blueprint, it doesn't kind of keep track of your total resources so that the user can know, hey, I don't actually have wood in my storage to use for more buildings. Let's go pick that up, drop it off. So right now it says that there's one wood. There's actually not one wood. So he's going to go work on it. Let's see, this villager's not helping him. Just pause and, oh, it's because there's nothing here yet. There's no wood here. So now that there's wood here, then the AI said, hey, we can go build something. All right, so a little fixing I need to do with the AI and get that kind of going better. Like I said, just kind of some weird things, like sometimes it'll drop off something at the blueprint, but if there's a task for chopping something down, it'll go chop down something instead of working on that blueprint. So what I was going to do in this episode is I'm going to just start typing down some ideas for what to work on. If you don't want to watch this video, you can skip and go to the next video. So I'm using Miro, which is a free, or I have the free version of kind of a storyboard or whiteboard where I can just type things down. Let's see, so maybe write down some things like completed. So these are some things we've gotten done. We have the task managers, villagers work on task. We have the buildings working on buildings. Let's see, what else do we have? Storage system. So some things to kind of work on, some ideas, some work on. We need to improve the AI. We need to do some more buildings. So maybe over here, some building ideas. So some building ideas we have. Just make that a little bit clearer. Yeah, so Miro allows you to just type things. You could draw pictures. So if I want to start sketching, I can start sketching. I can create some frames, some grids, some shapes, connect things. There's some other like charts, diagrams if we wanted to, but we're not going to do all that right now. I'm just going to type in some ideas, some building ideas. Whoops. Get rid of this connection. So we want to work on some more buildings. We want to get housing. So this would be sleeping. Sleeping. Let's see. Babies. So way to more villagers. That's the purpose of homes. We want farms, and we're going to just start with a basic food farm. So this is going to need a villager to work. With the housing, this needs to have what villagers live at the house. Farm needs a villager to work. So this will be a new job for a villager, and that's all they do. Maybe. So some things to work on next. Let's see, some more building ideas. We want, we have storehouse. We want, we have like a school, a blacksmith, or this could be, yeah, blacksmith, or maybe a workshop. I'm just going to write down some ideas for building types. A well for drinking, we could say like schools. We could have multiple different types of schools. We need some kind of like entertainment buildings. Entertain. I cannot think right now. It doesn't look any of that. Entertainment. Okay. I don't know why I can't. Entertainment. Entertainment. I'm just completely messing this up. I'm just going to spell it like that. I can't think. Entertainment buildings. And I don't even know why I can't let me know how to spell that. We could have here. Let's just type in instead of entertainment, recreational. That seems better, anyways. Entertainment, recreational buildings. Probably some kind of like armory. Maybe a lumber mill. Something like a quarry for stone. Maybe some kind of tower for defensive walls, maybe. We'll not type in the walls, but those are some ideas so far. Some other things we need to work on. We need to do a villager stats. So let's go here. And let's just type in some villager stat ideas. So we have health. So yeah, health, mood, build. I like the word construction. Construction, crafting. We could have something like intelligence, intellect, constitution. So this will be like affects, maybe disease. The crafting, how you build. I don't need to type in that. So the mood is going to be affected by environment, people, other stats. I really need to categorize these stats. This is like it's like health, sleep, hunger. So these are more like needs. Hunger, sleep, temperature, hydration. What else could it be for your needs? Temperature, hydration. I don't know if pain could be something. You get injured, so you have a pain need. Those things can affect your mood. Boredom. I don't know. Energy. Which may or may not affect your, maybe it affects what you work, like you won't work on anything, so therefore you're just going to do nothing. Which you can get energy maybe from eating. So maybe those two things kind of correlate with each other. So those are some pretty good needs so far. We're going to have some kind of like attack, defense, those kinds of stats. Maybe dodge, quickness. Quickness. Maybe this affects working. I don't know if we want like desires. Could be something. These are more skills, I think. I think the mood might be a need. Maybe skills. I have to think about it. Let's just put other for now. Intellect will go down here. Constitution. That's not a need. See, even health, I guess health is a need, but I mean, I don't really need to worry about necessarily these different types of stats, categorizing them perfectly. I just want to get a good idea of all the different stats, because I do want quite a bit of stats. We probably want something like relationships. So this could be a need. Loneliness. You know how lonely is the... How lonely is the person? We might want to do like a sex drive, maybe. I mean, they have to have babies. So how about baby drive? The need to have procreate drive. The need for, which means in our others we may have like fertility. The chance of having a baby. I don't know if that's not self-explanatory. So these are some ideas for the villager stats. So right now I'm going to work on improving this AI. More buildings. We definitely want to add the housing, the farms, the villager stats. I want to move this. Okay, just like that. So villager stats. Let's see, what else? I do want to start on the UI. Design ideas. And UI / controls. So we get that kind of done. Saving / load. So do not wait to work on. So probably maybe in a few more episodes we'll start tackling the save and load, because I don't want this to get too big and then when I come to the save and load, and it's quite a bit of what all needs to be saved and what all needs to be loaded and go back through everything. So probably pretty soon we'll get the saving and loading. And really, over here, I'll probably write down a list of things we need to save and load. We need to save. Oh, this is a lot. So things related to the map, things related to the villager. We'll just leave it at that for now. So, and then we the task. So things about the map, things about the villager, and then the task. So that's probably good for now. Here's just some ideas. What to work on, some building things. Got the character, the villager stats. I'll probably come back to this on my own, off camera. I just wanted to just kind of get this episode, some ideas down, so I have some kind of direction of what to work on next. All right, well, thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time.